Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Iqrah. We are so incredibly glad you've joined us for this journey today. We are looking specifically at Surah Al-Ikhlas, Ayah number 1.
Let's start right at the source, shall we? This is the opening verse of Surah Al-Ikhlas, the 112th chapter of the Noble Quran. Now, it was revealed in Mecca, which makes it a Makki surah, focusing really deeply on those core foundational beliefs. Listen closely to the Arabic.
قل هو الله أحد.
The Yusuf Ali translation, this means, say, He is Allah, the one and only. It's just a brief sentence, right? But as you're about to see, every single syllable carries this profound, literally universe-shifting significance. Notice that very first word there, qul, which translates to say. Now, this isn't just a casual suggestion, it is a direct, divine command. To really understand its power, we have to look at the Shayn and Nuzul, or the context of its revelation. Historically, people actually came up to the Prophet Muhammad and asked him to describe the ancestry or the physical nature of his God. They were asking, was he made of gold? Is he made of silver? Who exactly did he descend from? So this verse was the definitive divine answer. Qul is a command to boldly proclaim the unseen, ever-present reality of the Creator to all of humanity. It's an instruction to stand firm and state the ultimate truth of who God actually is, using His proper name, Allah, the one true God who possesses all attributes of absolute perfection. And honestly, this brilliantly illustrates a much wider social and human impact. You see, declaring that there is only one God isn't just some abstract theological statement. It radically changes how we view each other. When we connect this to Surah Al-Hujurat, verse 13 of the Quran, a really beautiful picture emerges. Absolute monotheism naturally establishes universal brotherhood. Think about it. If there is only one creator, then all of humanity comes from the exact same source. This immediately levels the playing field, completely transcending race, nationality, class, and gender. The belief in a single, unparalleled God creates an absolutely unshakable foundation for human equality. Okay, let's move over to the linguistics for a second, because this is where the sheer precision of the text really shines. Consider the difference between two Arabic words that actually both translate to one in English, Wahid and Ahad. So why does the verse specifically use Ahad? Well, because Wahid simply means one in a numerical series. You can have one apple, then a second, then a third, but Ahad is completely different. Ahad signifies a unique, absolute, indivisible oneness. It means a oneness with absolutely no second, no partners, no parts, and no equal whatsoever. It's a oneness that stands entirely alone in its utter perfection.
So the crucial point here is how the rest of Surah Al-Ikhlas perfectly builds upon and supports this opening declaration of Ahad. If God is truly indivisible and uniquely one, what naturally follows? Well, the subsequent verses explain exactly that. It states that Allah is the eternal refuge, meaning He is entirely self-sufficient. All of creation needs Him, but He needs absolutely no one. Furthermore, He has no parents and He has no children, which directly answers those historical questions posed during the Shayn Nuzul we talked about earlier. And finally, there's absolutely nothing comparable or equivalent to Him. It's like the entire chapter is just a masterclass in logical, airtight monotheism.
But wait, why does this matter to you and me today? Let's look at the practical application of actually internalizing this surah in your daily life. Step 1 is protection from doubt. Reciting and truly understanding this verse purifies the heart. It clears away polytheism and essentially acts as a shield for your mind against worldly anxiety by reminding you who is truly in control. Step 2 is self-sufficiency and peace. When you fully recognize that God is the only one capable of everything, it instills this immense, profound hope. It reminds you that, hey, no problem you face is too big for Him, and no sincere request is too difficult for Him to answer. And finally, step 3, it becomes a spiritual fortress. By declaring His ultimate oneness, you're actively building a protective wall around yourself against all forms of spiritual worry and stress. To truly wrap your head around the immense spiritual weight of this chapter, consider this absolutely incredible fact. Prophet Muhammad stated that reciting this short 4-verse chapter is spiritually equivalent to reciting 1/3 of the entire Quran. Just let that sink in for a second. 1/3. Why? Well, because the Quran's teachings essentially fall into 3 main categories. There are laws, there are historical narratives, and then there's Tawhid, the pure theology of God's oneness. Surah Al-Ikhlas so perfectly and comprehensively captures the absolute essence of Tawhid that it actually carries the weight of that entire third of the divine message. It really is the ultimate anchor for the soul.
Wow, we've covered a lot of profound ground today, haven't we? from the historical revelation to the precise linguistics, and of course, the immense peace this declaration can bring right into your everyday life. I really hope this explainer has illuminated the profound depths of Surah Al-Ikhlas for you. If you found this breakdown helpful and you want to continue exploring structured, clear insights just like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Facebook page, Iqrayah. Come join our community of learners as we continue to seek knowledge together. But before you go, I want you to ask yourself, how does viewing the world through the lens of absolute, indivisible oneness change the way you face your biggest challenges today? Think about that.